Hey students of iMarkets Live! The following Crypto Academy video is designed to help you understand fundamental analysis and the steps that you could take when implementing the research process. Trading contains substantial risk. By watching this training, you agree to our terms and conditions and accept full responsibility for your own investment decisions. This lesson will focus on answering the following questions. Before we continue, pause the video, read through them, and be certain to minimize any distractions. Charts are one of the most valuable resources that we have when it comes to understanding a market environment. We have the opportunity to go and look at days, weeks, and even months of data. So, as we take the time to explore more about the technicals of a chart, such as how the candlesticks form and also what is contributing to the price movement, it is important for us to develop a well rounded approach and implement what is called fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis is the research process that you're going to go through in order to familiarize yourself with a market environment. This is not exclusive to cryptocurrency. Fundamental analysis is also applicable in the foreign exchange, stocks, and even commodity trading. So, the process that we're going to use involves doing our due diligence, checking various credible news sources, and also being aware of the conversations that are happening on a daily basis. In order to make the most out of your investment, it's important to have an understanding of where the project is at. When we look at something like Bitcoin, we know that this project was in existence before March 2013. However, that's all of the data that we can see with the candlesticks. So, as we do our research and we find out more information, such as how the algorithm works for achieving consensus, what happens when new Bitcoin come into existence, who the team behind this particular project is, and how at the core of it all, decentralization and achieving a status of being a replacement to fiat dollars, all of these variables combined are going to help us gain even more confidence in our decision to act or stay away from this particular market. Now we can use our charts to start plotting on various bits of information. As we do our research, we're able to discover the high of 2017, the high of 2018. We know that in 2009 we experienced a market reset. And by 2024, over 93% of all Bitcoin will be in circulation. The anonymous creator Satoshi Nakamoto had a vision. With the team of individuals that he brought together, they created this decentralized network where users would be rewarded for their direct participation in sustaining the day to day operations of Bitcoin through a process called mining. Now, the mining process rewards participants that are directly contributing electricity and bringing new Bitcoin into existence. Whenever blocks are verified and successfully confirmed onto the blockchain, Bitcoin is rewarded. We can backtrack to 2012, where in November, about 50% of the entire 21 million that can ever exist were already in circulation. This is because 50 Bitcoin was being rewarded about every 10 to 15 minutes. Now, every 4 years, that reward is cut in half. So by July 2016, we had seen even more supply, about 75% of all the 21 million Bitcoin that could ever exist were available to be traded in the market. And we can see that today, right now, the current reward every time that a block is verified onto the blockchain is 12.5 Bitcoin. So during this entire green box that we have displayed here on the screen, when the price of Bitcoin essentially was below $1,000 a piece. There were 3,600 new Bitcoin being created each and every single day. So just imagine being an early adopter that had the ability to gain access to that large amount of this particular cryptocurrency that experienced a significant change in price. Historically speaking, with over 75% of the entire Bitcoin supply being in circulation by the end of this green box, before the price was over 1,000. There were many opportunities for investors to purchase a position and still to this particular moment gain a phenomenal return on their investment. If we fast forward to 2036, we'd have about 20.8 million Bitcoin in existence. With the way that the reward halving works, if we fast forward another 36 years, it would only create an additional 164,578 Bitcoin. If we come all the way to when all 21 million Bitcoin will exist, we're going to be waiting until 2140. So that is many years from today. The majority of us will likely no longer be on planet Earth in this physical form that we are today. However, right now, based off of the current algorithm, until the next halving event occurs May 30th, 2020, there are 900 new Bitcoin being created each and every single day. We can fast forward and consider various bits of information when it comes to our technical analysis. And when we're looking at the day by day information, it's okay to get very creative with your own way of charting because this is a unique process. Pay attention when you're doing fundamental research to some of the headlines that you'll see, such as when this cryptocurrency industry was experiencing phenomenal gains during November and December of 2017, what sort of conversations were happening on the media? What headlines did you see when you turned on the TV, when you picked up a newspaper, when you heard other individuals in your vicinity talking about Bitcoin and the astronomical gains that it was receiving? There was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt during certain moments in history when we look at certain countries looking to ban cryptocurrency, making statements that they're going to have to enforce particular regulations, and leading us to the discussion where Bitcoin is not classified as a security. And this is something that is going to be an ever evolving story. As we see new candlesticks get created, we're also going to get access to new information on a daily basis. So make sure that you create the time if you're investing to physically acquire a cryptocurrency or if you're simply margin trading it to have some background information on the fundamental factors that are going to contribute to the price movement that you see happening on the screen beyond supply and demand. A fun fact for you is that a study was done that shows that about 30% of all the Bitcoin in circulation right now is owned by a very small percentage of individuals. We're speaking about 1,600 wallets approximately. So when you think about all the billions of people that have the ability to invest in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically, why is it that about 30% of all of this one asset is owned by such a small percentage of the population? One other thing that you must keep in mind when you are looking at the charts, depending on which exchange you're trading with, you're going to see different information. We can see that the high on the Bitfinex exchange is $19,891. If we come and look at BTC USD on another exchange, such as OKCoin, we can see that there are several times where price has gone beyond 20,000. So make sure that you are being mindful of where you choose to make an investment. And the most important thing that you can do for yourself is develop a well rounded bias by taking the time to implement technical analysis, do your research through the process of backtesting, exploring online, and making sure that you understand the conversations that have happened and that are happening at this specific moment in time related to that particular investment so that you can effectively develop a well rounded sentiment of how other people are feeling about that particular market so that you can compare it to how you feel about that specific investment. Imagine how much confidence you'll have if you know the difference between all of the different cryptocurrencies in your portfolio's history so that you know where they started, what the team is, what their vision is, and the underlying purpose of the solution that that particular cryptocurrency is bringing forward into the market. In summary, it's important to take the time and familiarize yourself with the market environment you are going to be trading and or investing in. When you do research to understand more about the significant events that have influenced price in the past, this will help you gain confidence when establishing a bias and speculating on when could be a good time to enter the market. Be sure to leverage the resources made available to you. And the most important thing is to stay plugged in. As you implement the information, ask questions and remain open minded because all trading requires is persistence, discipline, and acceptance that you can and will learn this skill set.